Oh my God, we're back. Yes, we're back. First verse of the week of the year. Kind of terrible. It is February. Yeah. But look. We're in it. Run the intro. My lips were chopped in the intro, and none of y'all said it. My lips. I understand I've been on hiatus, but y'all don't want to let me know about that. Side jump. But look though, we're in our verse of the week, which is
Ecclesiastes.
Ecclesiastes 7 and 8. Where? See, now I've read in my notes. So the beginning one where it says the end is better than beginning, right? To really expand on that one, everyone wants to start, but everyone doesn't have the will or the character or the integrity, a video about that, to finish. You know what I mean? So to really get more in depth, I feel like a good way to place it is really an example. See, with me early on in my second walk with Christ, of course, I walked first when I was a child, but sure away came back, right? So that second walk, I'm gonna start praying more. That's the beginning. Everyone wants to start praying more. The ending is really waiting throughout that prayer, really devoting your life towards Him throughout while praying. That's the ending. And that's the part where a lot of us, just like we're human, a lot of us struggle. We always start, but we never really, not say never. A lot of times we don't really get to that ending. And that's really where the discrepancy of like, okay, well, I done prayed, but ain't nothing happening. You ain't giving it time to happen. You ain't done with that race game. You thinking this 100-meter game. You're running the 400. You're lined up. You're lined up thinking the Heat went. Like, come on, bro. So, or girl. So that's really how that beginning really works. You know what I mean? It's more of a test of our faith. You know what I mean? See if our test, the test of our faith is really are we gonna pass it? Because a lot of times we don't really feel like waiting, and I understand that fully. But come on, bro. The word literally says the end is better than the beginning. See, we always begin, but we gotta end. You know what I mean? Amen. Now, second part of the verse is patience is better than pride. Not gonna lie. Very, 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 very simple. Be patient, not prideful. Right? Yeah, I could just do that, end it, tight jump, right? But let's really go in detail, right? See, pride requires that recognition. Patience doesn't. See, being prideful, you need that recognition, you need that gratification from the Lord, right? You're not now you're saying that you need something from the Lord. So to really expand on that with an example, we're gonna say, let's say you start that prayer, we're gonna use that prayer for the first half of the verse. We're gonna have a connection there later. But that first half of the verse where we start praying. Now a lot of us, we need our prize, like I'm praying and all that, but like ain't never happening. It's when something gonna happen to wait, bro, because I don't got time for waiting. Not on our timing, it's on the Lord's timing. See, that's where that patience need to come in, so we can get to that ending. See, I'm really low key getting in that word, ain't it? But um, when that beginning happens, our patience drives us to the end. This is how this verse really connects one and one. Our beginning, in the beginning, we need patience and not pride. See, we start that beginning with pride, we're never gonna get to that end. That pride is gonna be like we're gonna start walking and be like, all right, why I ain't there yet? I don't got time for this, bro. This I ain't getting what I wanted already, or I don't feel the Lord working. You know what I mean? And this is really a simple. It's really sometimes feels like a simple distinction, but when we start going through that test of our pride or patience, it really does hit, gang. It really does, and I'm being so for real with you, honestly. See, I really enjoy that. I'm so happy that everybody picked this verse because this is how I feel. My camera did die, so we're gonna finish this on phone and handheld. So one thing that is in my notes is if God told you to start it, trust Him so He can help you finish it. Or, and another thing is make sure to not let your pride talk you out of patience. Hey man, y'all have a blessed one. Make sure to vote for the next verse. You know what I mean? You know, I'm reading and writing all the time, you know. Make sure to vote on the next verse with the next community post or with my next IG post. Love y'all. Have a blessed one. Hopefully, hey, use that patience.